Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight Australia, season 11, episode 16. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So we have some couples who are doing a hell of a lot better this time. We have Sarah and Tim, who've been getting along very well. They're a lot more affectionate. She's giving him a proper try. Lucinda and Timothy are also doing well, but Moody Madeline, yeah, Ash is struggling. Ash is stressed out, okay? We have Ridge, who has won Jade over. She feels like they're getting along very well. Cassandra and Tristan have also been doing well. They feel like they're more of a couple now instead of just being friends, which is great. There is a rumor going around that Jack is waiting for the couple swap because he hopes that one of the other husbands will sleep with his wife so that he doesn't have to. What? So apparently he told this to Jonathan. Jonathan told Lauren. Lauren wants to tell everybody, but Jonathan is a non-confrontational man. So he's stressed like, okay, is she really about to do this? Yeah, she is. She is. Okay. So as we get to the cocktail hour of the dinner party, as soon as people start walking in, she's telling them.
What? I was like, what the Yeah.
No. If Jaden said that about me,
yeah, no.
I'd punch him.
Yeah. If we get to couple swap week and we haven't slept together, you guys can sleep with her.
Oh no. Clearly she had no idea.
Lauren and Tori are supposed to be best friends. Why is she telling the group before even telling Tori? I feel like she should have pulled her aside and told her, hey girl, this is what's going around. I just want you to know and not be blindsided in front of everybody as a courtesy because you are my best friend. But no, she wants to tell other women before telling Tori. And then Tori, as we know, if she feels like she's on the back foot, if she feels like she's being pushed in the corner, she's not gonna fold. She's really not gonna fold. She's going to stand her ground more so, especially if you're talking about Jack. So we're already starting on a bad foot. Jack is trying to keep Tori away from the other women. It was unsuccessful. Tori hears about the rumor, obviously. Then at the dinner party, he can sense there's a bad energy going on in the room. It's coming from Lauren. Let me address Lauren.
Red wine?
Lauren, what do you got to say?
What do you mean?
What do you got to say?
What have you said to Jono about Tori?
It's inappropriate at the dinner table.
So if it's inappropriate at dinner table, it's inappropriate between guys. They can pray.
The reaction from the room is exactly how I felt. Exactly how I felt. Because what would even possess you to say something like that? You're excited for a couple swap so somebody else can sleep with your wife because you don't want to? The fact that it even crossed your mind, let alone you went and said it, is insane. And then here goes the bird just kissing up on Jack, talking about, I trust him. This is our banter. We talk this way. It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's because she knows she was being pushed in a corner. Honestly, if it came out a different way, if she was prepared, I feel like she would have been more vocal about not liking that comment. In hindsight, I don't think she would have ever addressed it. But one thing we know about Tori, she does not like being embarrassed. So this was definitely not going to be the way to handle it. She was embarrassed that first dinner party and now here again. So yeah, anything that has to do with Jack and embarrassing her, she's going to pretend like she's okay with it, even when we know she's not. So now Lauren is questioning Jack's attraction to Tori. He refuses to answer the question, but Lauren is pressing.
Telling boys that you're not attracted to her and that's why you're not sleeping with her is not banter to me.
I haven't once said I'm not attracted to Tori. Not
Yes,
once.
you have.
To who? Jono. I'm absolutely attracted to Tori. I say that to you all the time.
Why aren't you having sex?
I'm a loyal guy. We all have banter.
Don't
We
come
all
to
have.
him.
I'm not
Don't come
talking
to
to
him.
you, Lauren.
Yeah,
Shut
you're
your
coming to
mouth.
him.
Can you muzzle your woman? They can't get a word in because you will not shut your mouth.
The way that just came out of his mouth, you can't convince me that he hasn't said this before. Something along the lines at the very least. Very misogynistic this man is. Oh, so egotistical. And this is why I cringe every time somebody says, I'm an alpha male. Every man who claims to be an alpha male speaks like this. Speaks like this. So disrespectful. Disregarding women, disregarding people's feelings, just does not give a damn. Nah, man, I would never want to be with somebody who claims to be an alpha male. I feel like if you are one, you just are one. And it shows. Oh, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. So anyways, I'm here thinking, as a wife, I would be appalled to see a man speak to any woman like that, let alone my best friend. But we don't hear a peep from Tori. Nothing. Could have been editing. But we don't hear anything from Tori. Nothing. Girl. My thing is, if a man can speak like this to other people, he absolutely has the capability to speak like that to me. Imagine my man looking me in the face talking about, you need to be muzzled. Nah. I feel like Tori's the type of woman to say something like, well, he would never do that to me. Girl, he absolutely would. He's known you for the same amount of time he's known her. Let's move on, child. Let's move on. So Tori finally then speaks up and she says that Lauren is handling things in an uncivil manner. And then even Jonathan is speaking up, but he's buckling now. Now he's changing his tone.
This can be so civil. This can be so civil.
I'm not feeling very civil.
You're talking shit.
This could be really
You're talking
civil.
shit. I'm attracted to my wife.
Good.
I've said it from day one.
You've always said that you find her really attractive, yes. Yep. What do you say? You can't argue against someone when they're saying, no, that's not what I said.
Is he kidding me?
The way I would be livid. I would be livid. Because sure, we know Jonathan is a non-confrontational guy, but I would hope that he had morals and he would stand on those morals. You hear how this man is talking to me. You've heard how this man talks about other women and to other women. And you don't want to say anything? And to the other men in the room. When they're talking to production, they'll say, oh yeah, I was there with Alessandra. He has said something similar to what Lauren is saying. But in the room, everybody's quiet. Nobody has anything to say. What? Is Jack really that intimidating to y'all? Can't be. There's no way. There's no way these men are intimidated by Jack. And I was looking at Tim. I didn't even write this down, but I'm just thinking about it now. Tim had all the vim for Tori the week before. No words for Jack. So it's only women who you're able to buck up to like that, huh? You can't. Ooh, guys, when I tell you I was boiling. Tori removes herself from the situation. She says that it's exhausting, and through it all, she's gonna stick beside her man.
Saying something like that to your friends without you around is disrespectful.
The thing is, you cannot when he's not there.
You can't defend that. You can't defend that, babe.
Jack said it was a joke, but I just don't know who to believe.
Girl, what do you mean you don't know who to believe? He literally just confirmed that he said it. Sure, as a joke, but it was said. And quite frankly, that's not something that you should find funny. This is honestly so embarrassing. And as much as I'm here for people having their partners back, it's not a matter of no matter what, though. Once disrespect is in the mix, I'm sorry. I can't side with you. And it's not that you have to embarrass him and call him out, but at least to express a concern for his behavior, at the very least. But to hide behind, I have bad humor too, guys. This is our banter, guys. Really, it's Lauren who should have handled this better, guys. Are you serious right now? How embarrassing. So anyways, Lucinda's trying to lighten up the mood because it is very tense in this room, okay? And she shifts the attention to the other couples. Ridge and Michael feel like they're in the best relationships. Ash can't relate.
I feel like I wasn't really expecting to be so in love again like I am.
I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm trying to open myself up. It's really hard for me.
Great awareness,
Yeah.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Ash is starting to feel like he's going crazy, and I cannot blame him because where does this girl think that things have been going well? When did you get to that conclusion? When? Like, so confused. But I guess maybe it was a psychic download that told her that things are going well. So that's what that is, maybe. Tim is having a conversation with Tristan. Tristan calls him dad, and I'm not even kidding. I can kind of see it. I know it's a joke, but I look at them and I'm thinking, he could be your dad, or at least your big cousin or your uncle or something. They look similar. But anyways, Tim opens up about losing the people in his family and apparently a message that he was left with from his dad.
What was the message?
I don't like you. No matter how many times you run over it in your head that you're okay with it, you're not. Unfortunately, I've sort of got a little bit of an open wound, and so being vulnerable is tough.
It was really sad hearing his dad say he doesn't like him. That's tough. That's tough. Regardless of what relationship they had, we don't know, obviously. Hearing that from a parent, ooh, that would break me. That really would break me. But even still, I ask why the experts put people on the show who are actively grieving. That doesn't make any sense to me. Thankfully, he's partnered up with somebody like Lucinda, but Lucinda's now carrying a burden that I personally feel is not hers to carry. I really don't think this is her cross to bear, but she's willing to do it, which is great for him, not so great for her. Somebody sent me a link to Colin's interview. I didn't watch it, but they gave me a quick summary. Apparently, while Natalie was on the show, she too lost a parent about 6 weeks prior to being on the show. So she was feeling so down that they had to bring in her sister a few times to comfort her. Why was she on the show? Why was she chosen? I understand entertainment and all that, but at some point, come on, like, nah, it's a disservice to bring people who are so emotionally vulnerable onto a show like this, which is stressful as it is, but then getting out of the show and seeing the public reception and stuff, that's a lot to deal with, on top of the grief. It's just not fair. It's not fair. I did feel for Tim in this moment a little bit. I did. But he did express like bad behavior in other relationships in general, even before his dad passed. So yeah, I'm giving him grace, but not over everything. Then the episode ends with Tori and Lauren going back and forth because Tori feels like Lauren is now to blame. Lauren is offended and now she's flipping things on Jonathan and is now saying he's the one to blame.
We can joke about certain things that would make an insecure marriage uncomfortable. If you were concerned for me, genuinely, it would have been a text message. It wouldn't have been this. I expect more from you. I wish you'd care less.
You really could have backed me a bit better than that. I thought that Jono was gonna have my back.
What you said was what he said.
Say that again?
It absolutely baffles me how Tori is able to hold Lauren's feet to the fire, but can't hold Jack's feet. There's no way Jack intimidates people this badly. There's no way. Jack doesn't scare me for 1 second. If I was in that room, boy, if I was in that room, it's embarrassing. And then birds of a feather flock together because the way that Tori flipped things on Lauren is now the way that Lauren is flipping things on Jonathan, basically blaming him, saying that all of this is because of him. This wouldn't have happened if he, 1, didn't tell her, and 2, if he had just had her back. Should he have told her? I think that he should have. I actually think that he should have told her. And I do think that he should have had her back. I do think that he should have had her back. However, Lauren, it was your decision to bring it to the group. It was your decision to not take Tori aside and to address it in front of other people. You also know that Jonathan is non-confrontational. You should have known this man would buckle. Him buckling is still embarrassing. I think that he should have stood up for her. I think that he should have stood up for himself. But We know that that's how he is. She has already complained about his lack of backbone. Like, girl, what did you expect? What did you expect? Don't blame him. You made that decision on your own, and now you're paying for it. And I'm sorry, you might have lost a friend in the process, but that's on you. That is on you. The dinner party ended in a mess, and it looks like the commitment ceremony is going to be just as messy. Somebody's going to make some kind of declaration that's going to be shocking to the group. I can't even imagine who it would be besides Jack. But at this point, does anything about Jack shock us? No. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.